Ron Nicoletti here, along with Acacia Courtney, and Sunday, November 27th, is closing day at Gulfstream Park West, and it's always an exciting time because 1 week from the championship meet at Gulfstream Park, and on closing day, we have mandatory payouts.
Yes, mandatory payouts. We're going to talk about our Rainbow Six tickets because everything must go in there, whether there's a carryover or not, but also mandatory payout in the Super High Five and the Late Pick Five. We're just, as Ron said, under a week away from the start of the championship meet. December 3rd is the claiming crown, but it's been a spectacular Gulfstream Park West meet, and we want to close it out in style.
We'll close it out in style. Maybe we can help you out to hit that Rainbow Six. And the beauty of the Rainbow Six, it's only a 20-cent ticket. So we're going to show you our tickets right now, and we'll go through them real quickly to let you know what we're thinking, and you can compare them. And you see ours. Mine up there, $64.80, and Acacia, $57.60. And different strategies here. I found a single in race number 9. You went too deep in a bunch, 3 and 4. So what was your thinking?
I kind of went in a pyramid formation because I actually thought that the last race was the toughest one in the sequence. And the race that you singled, I did go 3 deep just because I thought that there was a lot of speed in there. It could set up for a stalker or a closer in there. So I tried to pare down the earlier races and see if I could really narrow in on just a couple of horses.
Well, let's get to the first leg, which will be race number 5. We got a 10-race card on Sunday. I really like one of the horses that you use, and that's Chasing the Star, stretching out to a mile after responding in its first ever turf race, route race on the turf, with a second place finish. That was going 7.5 furlongs. I also used the 2 Good Luck Justice and 10 Lord Ruler. Those 3 horses that I used on my ticket are all stretching out to a mile after good performances at 7.5.
I really liked that last performance from Chasing the Stars. I agree. This is one that I used. I also used the number 3 Arpanella, who I really think can move forward. They tried to run him on the turf last time. He's coming back as a fresh gelding, a $130,000 son of More Than Ready. The turf breeding is there. First 2 races were in special weight and on a sloppy track, so he gets a dropping class as well.
Well, the second leg of the Rainbow Six is race number 6. It's a mile and a 16 claimer, 3 and up, $6,250. I went with the number 5 in here, Bomber Bound, to move to the Angel Quiros Bond. After that claim stretches out to one of its most accomplished distances, 5 races with 3 wins. Debuted locally, finished a well-meant second going a mile. Paco Lopez will be in the saddle. I like that. It's one of my favorite angles where a horse is a proven commodity at a certain distance.
And I like that the horse was claimed, and the regular jockey Paco Lopez is going to stay aboard. This horse had put 3 wins together up at Monmouth and then came down. I would have liked to see more from him in his most recent race in that second, beaten about 5.5 lengths that day as the favorite. So I did include the number 8 Toes Gray Cat, who tried Allowance Company last time. He's going back to the 6250 level where he's really had a lot of success. A 9-year-old gelding, a 6-time winner at the distance.
Yeah, he started on the inside. He ended up 5 wide, turning for home against those $8,000 allowance runners in there. So I just thought Toes Great Cat on my ticket. I closed it out with the 4. Tis Time is now, and it went 3 deep in that race.
I only went 2, but if I had gone a little bit deeper, I thought the number 7, Sir Sparky, might be one at a bit of a price.
Well, race number 7, this one, this I think is a little wide open here, and I went 4 deep in this race. And I started it off with the 4 Little Twitch, a winner at this level and distance back at Gulfstream on September 1st. Goes back to the grass today after tracking the pace. He finished 3rd in a 12.5 claimer. That race was moved from the lawn to a mile on the sealed sloppy track. Off that performance, I also used the 5 Rara, and the horse that scared me in here, along using the number 9, reining in, was Cowboy's Princess, who might be the speed of the speed and steal this thing on and near the front end.
Well, I used Cowboy's Princess and Rara. I had Little Twitch in my top 4 picks. It didn't end up using her on my ticket, but I do agree that she is one that has the potential to be dangerous. But Rara and Cowboy's Princess are having a rematch here. I thought if you like one, you have to like the other, because Cowboy's Princess finished just a nose ahead of Rara last time. Rara 1 of 2 in here for Tammy Levy.
I went 4 deep in here, as I mentioned, with the 4, 5, 6, and the number 9. So that was where I spread, and that was the one that had me scratching my head the most. So I added that other horse, which, as I mentioned, was the speed. Race number 8 in this sequence, 7 furlongs, maiden claim is 2-year-olds, $12,500. I went with a horse in here, and people that follow my analysis know this is my favorite angle, and that's the 6 Tito Control, dropping to the 12.5 level, turning back to 7 furlongs on the main track after showing speed, weakening to finish. A distant 6, but it was against 25 maidens that was going a mile on the turf. Gilden gets in light with 7-pound apprentice Carlos Hernandez, and I think this one is worth a look at a price.
I totally agree. I had Tito Control towards the top as well. He's having that class drop, and I think he's going to be the one to show speed. speed in here, going to the 7 furlongs on the main track. I think we had the same 3 horses. I also used the 2 Siki, who finished a pretty respectable second last time with Luca Panici against Tougher against $16,000 maidens, and Mike's Muscle Man now in the barn of Javier Negrete and getting Lasix for the first time.
Yeah, and Edgar Prado named to ride, so
Absolutely.
his first race back here. And so we'll see how that race 8, and I thought I was being cute with the number 6, Tito Control, but I couldn't fool the king. She's got it right on the ticket. Now here's where things get really exciting for me, and that is race number 9, 5 furlongs on the turf allowance, optional claimer 3 and up, or the optional claiming price of $35,000. My single in here, and I'll tell you why. The 9, Incense, debuting locally after 5 really sharp turf sprints, including 3 consecutive victories at Arlington, then comes second at an allowance at Churchill Downs, and comes back and wins a race and finishes in front of 3 next out winners. So the key race, good race against Allowance Company at Churchill Downs, and 3 in a row at Arlington. As I always say, what do you got to get hit in the head with a rock? That's my single. That's where my day is going to come to fruition, or maybe not.
I agree with you. This is the horse to be in this race. I have him on the top of my ticket. My problem is, which I alluded to earlier, I think that there are going to be a couple other horses to pressure him early, the 1 and the 2, and it looks like the number 8 are going to be ones to show some speed in here as well. So I protectively also used the number 7. Our Independence is a horse that I really feared more than anything in here, who won at this level and distance last time, won by nearly 3 lengths, gets Tyler Gaffalione up today, and Starship Thor, who's been knocking on the door and has a good record over this track.
Well, the final race in the sequence for the Rainbow Six, mandatory payout, 7.5 furlongs on the turf, maiden claiming fillies and mares 3 and up, and you are absolutely right, wide open. And I just, I used 3 in here. I wish I could have used 6. I used Perfectress, turning back slightly to 7.5 after getting out kicked at the wire, when second against this level, and that was going a mile.
I thought it was a solid race in there. I went a little bit of a different way. The top choice for me was the 12 Matchbook Lily, who's stretching out to 2 turns again. If you look back, she actually debuted going 7.5 on the turf for Mike Maker. She had to steady there and was off a little bit slow, but still finished a pretty good third, and that was against $40,000 maiden. She's in easier today, was a good third last time with Tyler Gaffalione up, and I just thought she's going to be the one to be in here. Though the 9 to 5, the one that's 9 to 5 is the one Song Memory for Gennady Dorochenko, taking a huge drop in class.
You didn't use that one, and that one might be the one that gets me. So that's how we see the ticket's going to be a lot of fun. It is a wide open Rainbow Six.
Yes, it's not an easy sequence, so hopefully we gave you a couple ideas about how to put your tickets together. Good luck, everyone.